What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and I'm here today to give my predictions of Taylor Swift's Reputation. So I'm going to be talking about really what I think we're going to be seeing from Taylor Swift over the next couple months, as well as what her album is going to sound like and kind of the messages that are going to be in it. But first, I want to kind of do a little history comparison of her last album, 1989, and the singles, and this time, right now, 2017. And I just kind of want to predict or maybe say what I think is going to happen over the next several months. So if you go back to 1989, we had Shake It Off, obviously, as Taylor Swift's first single. Now, this single came out on August 18th. So this is a little bit later this year, this time than last time with Look What You Made Me Do. So she's pushed it back a little bit later, and obviously the album is coming out later, Reputation, than 1989 did, about a week and a half difference of time. But in terms of more music from her before the album, I'm honestly not sure we're going to get it. In my head, I was kind of expecting to possibly hear a second song before her album, but if history shows, that's probably not going to be the case. Last time, again 3 years ago, Blank Space was the next single that came off of her album, and that one did not come out, at least the video obviously came out when the album came out, but the video did not come out until November 10th. Now, ironically, that's the same day that Reputation comes out this year, but that was, again, like a week and a half after 1989 came out. So last time she only had one song come out before the actual album came out. So Look What You Made Me Do, honestly, is probably the first and only song we're going to get of her new album until November 10th. Now, time has moved on. It's been 3 years. There's been a lot of changes in the music industry. Maybe she has a sneak peek of different songs. Maybe we hear kind of snippets of them. Maybe she does release a second song. I don't know if necessarily you need to get people hyped for this album, but maybe she decides to do that. But in my opinion, I do predict that this will be the one and only song we get to hear from the album until November 10th when we get to hear the full thing. Now, there's 15 songs on this album. If you look at the iTunes playlist, 15 songs. I like that length. That's a pretty good length. In terms of what we're going to be hearing, and I talked about what Reputation could mean, and it does seem like I'm getting more and more right with what Reputation could mean and what Taylor Swift is going to be doing with this album. This album seems like she's taken the gloves off and she's just gonna go and attack some people, which is great. I like that a lot. It shows that not that she doesn't care, but that she takes this seriously, and she's just not gonna let people push her around. Whether or not you disagree or agree with her, she's not gonna let it happen. And music is the way that she can speak about this, right? Because a lot of musicians do that. I talked about that in the song review, in that I like music because that sends a message from the musician. That's normally how they convey their opinions on things, is through the actual song, through music. So there's 15 songs, there's 14 left. We got the first one, and it was, a song about revenge. It was a song calling people out, namely Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Katy Perry. Now, it didn't have names attached to it, but that's what she was going after. But at least it sent a message, talked about the old Taylor Swift being dead, talking about, and Taylor Swift even has been saying in like promotions for the album that like words are over, Reputation is all that, like, I'll show you things through Reputation. So she's pretty serious about this, and what I think the other 14 songs could be is a lot like this song. I think it could be a lot about calling people out. I don't think every song is going to be about calling people out. You can't have 15 songs. You can't have your entire album be basically like a hit piece. There's more to this Reputation than I think just calling people out over the past 3 years. And I think she's very smart, Taylor Swift, insanely smart, insanely talented. I don't think she'll make that mistake by having the entire album be like that. I'm sure there'll be, I'm going to guess, at least half the songs, maybe 6 to 7 songs calling people out. If you noticed in this one, she didn't talk about relationships, and now we know she's been through several relationships over the past 3 years. Big name relationships, big name things that have happened, namely like Calvin Harris and more. So there's room there for her to talk about her relationships and what she's gone through. Rumor has it she has a new boyfriend. I don't know if he and her experience with him would make it on the new album, because she's supposed to, rumor has it she's keeping very tight lips on that relationship. So she probably doesn't want to bring that up in her new album. So I don't know if we'll see that, but her relationship, I'm sure, will be brought up. More things attacking people, like friends that used to, or people that used to be friends, competition, people that have said things about her over the past 3 years that she's not had the opportunity to respond to, because obviously she's had no album come out, and she's kind of went dark over the last year, right? No social media, kept very, very low, and working on this new album. In terms of sound, I think this sound is going to build on a lot of what 1989 did and evolve and change. Some people are saying like she's going through her like gothic phase. I don't necessarily think that's true at all. We'll have to see how the music video actually looks. I mean, we got a couple sneak peeks of it, but I don't think she's going goth. The song is not a goth song. I don't know what people think goth music sounds like, but the song is not a goth song. The song does have a lot of what 1989 had, but more evolved. It also had like the I Don't Want to Live Forever, but kind of evolved with her voice at least. 1989 had a lot of synthesizers, had a lot of drum beats, like drum kit beats, and I think from what we hear, I had a lot of like mixes in it, and from what we hear and Look What You Made Me Do, that is apparent that she kept that, right? There is a beat there. There is like synthesized music. She has overlaying her voice, which she just recently started doing a lot in 1989, where she had kind of herself sing over herself, which I like that a lot, actually. I think that gives her, it lets her use more vocal ranges, and also just sounds really good. Sounded really good in 1989, sounded good in Look What You Made Me Do. So I think those will probably be the main themes in terms of like the sound that we hear in the future songs in this album. I think we'll hear those main things. She'll keep kind of the synthesizers, she'll keep the drums, the drum kit kind of beats where it's not actually a drummer. She'll keep her voice overlaying on itself. Those will probably be the main themes, and same and mixes too, like different noises. You hear that in Look What You Made Me Do, like in the background, very kind of like eerie, scary kind of even different kind of noises that they produce in the studio, obviously. So I'm interested to see what the other songs actually sound like. But I think, like I said, they'll all keep the same theme. I don't think they're all going to sound like this. Maybe we get a really, really catchy song. Maybe we get like a slower song. Maybe we get an acoustic song. We don't necessarily know the entire theme of this album. She changed her hair a couple weeks ago, and people thought this album was going to be all country again. So things can change, right? People's perception can change every second. We know that. But do I think it's going to be like a country album? No. Do I think there could be some catchy, really good pop songs in there? Yes, I do. I think that's probably what we'll get. Maybe even like an acoustic, slower song that she's had in previous albums before. I do think we'll get that too. Hopefully it's a good mix. Hopefully it's not all of this. Look What You Made Me Do. Hopefully it's not just all hit pieces. We'll have to see, though. Before I end this video really, really quickly, I just want to announce that we're going to start Taylor Swift content starting Sunday, September 24th. Every Sunday leading up to her new album, we're going to have a new Taylor Swift video. We're going to be reviewing all 5 albums. We're going to be ranking the albums, and we're going to be ranking the songs. And we'll have more information on that Sunday. We'll talk about it before I actually do it. But that starts, again, Sunday, September 24th. We'll have album reviews. That one specifically will be her first album, Taylor Swift. So that's what we're going to do leading up to her new album. We're going to have loads more Taylor Swift content, and of course review anything that comes out along the way. So let me know what you guys think of Taylor Swift's newest album, Reputation. What do you think it's going to be? Its messages, its sound? Are we going to get more music from it before the album comes out? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now, like and share this video, and I will see you guys on the next Taylor Swift video on September 24th.